We gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, but down the D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that Ecoline van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they in Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, Ospolite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga on war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bite it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. Ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga on war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Now put the middle string with the face on the big face on the left and a small string on the right. So my face will be showing on the left and his. Okay, there you go. All right, Israel, clap it up. All right, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. To the brothers and Yahweh Shema Al-Thah. Bashem Yahushai to your sisters. This is Priestess Officer Nabash Kaya, taking in from the land of Georgia from the Israelite School of Universe Pregnant Knowledge. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We have classes Monday through Saturday. You know what I'm saying? For us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians throughout the slave trade. You know what I'm saying? We got, we still getting beat down. We still trying to fight and still keep beat down. Now, classes on Monday, history class, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And from Tuesday, what I'm teaching right now, is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Wednesday, the law class, tomorrow, we teach you the law from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Thursday, you can get with Jeremiah Hyman and also Captain Tazaryak for the Scripture Breakdown class. On Thursday and Friday, we have a Lash Shawan Kadash class. I give it to my right hand man right here, Hadar Moth. He holds it down. The head man of the Lash Shawan Kadash class with his second command is Yadai Yashala. He also, he the second command to hold down class, but he can't get out of hand. On Saturday, we have the Sabbath service class. That means the Saturday. That's the day. That's our real church day. It's not on a Sunday with some so-called brother, you know what I'm saying, jumping down the wheelchair like he can't walk. But you hear some hallelujah, now he can just stand up on the wheelchair and jump up and down. No, it ain't that. That's what we do every Saturday. You know, we got 1,000 of officer Akaz. You know what I'm saying? Hold down the class, the main man in there. He always hold down for us. Also, you got to say command sitting right here, sitting in front of me. Hadar Moth. We got to say the name, make sure, some new people come in. You got to make sure new people come in. And you got Trooper Halak Amos. Walk by faith. You know what I'm saying? Give that a hand.
How about Shimon Shabbat?
Yeah, how about Shimon Shabbat? What's going with you, Ward?
I'm Tawab, so how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm maintaining. I'm here. I'm here serving the Lord. What am I supposed to do?
Come, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I chime in anytime I want, man. But yeah, my subject is that this is a brotherhood scripture class. But the thing is, like, y'all want we like to talk brotherhood amongst brothers, but sometimes sisters, you know, they can be off because you hear this new stuff about a 304. You got these red pills. You got these woke people. See, back then I wasn't hooked onto the stuff. I know something was wrong with me because I was the little geek, little dork. Oh yeah, young man, hello, you got Zephaniah 2:1.
Sir.
I Zephaniah 2:1, just hold it.
Come.
Yeah, I was a guy. I know I was like I kind of had a potential to be a special kid, but the way you were growing up now, and I got to my young adult years, like in my 20s, 18, stuff like that. You had a thing called YouTube, the internet, and we had people before you hear the Andrew Tates and Jay Walkers, the Tristan Tate, his bro. You had Tommy Sotomayor. We didn't have the internet back then. See, that's the problem that we didn't have. My generation that had the resources that the young generation had. And the problem with that, and I'm gonna break it down to the scriptures later on about the 304s, and we was raised out of single parent households. You know what I'm saying? We were kids playing stuff like that. We thinking that we ain't poor. We just love seeing our moms. Most of the time, sometimes we seen our dads. We think we have a good time. You know, we were little kids. We had an innocent spirit coming in. But now these days, you had feminists coming in. You had the so-called serpents. Don't back in the garden, told our women that they can be over us. They can rule over us. Long as you listen to what he say. Long as you keep that man in the household. As long as you gotta dominate the man. You got to have the smart success of the man. It wasn't set up like this. Keep that in your brain pocket. Trooper Halak with 1 Corinthians 11 verse 3.
Come.
Keep that in your pocket. Because the Lord haven't put us in that position to be like that. They called the serpent. They called the people that like I said 2 weeks ago, Psalms 90 and 21. It gotta be Psalm 90 21. They talk good with you, but they're not to hit you with that back with that venom. Physically and spiritually. You see all the crimes and stuff going on with you see on my shirt, Trayvon Martin. It ain't nothing new, but the thing I'm teaching right now, that let me the best way to say it right again for that. These 3 or 4 women, they need to keep their stuff straight. I mean, if anybody wants to be new to the school, you want me to give me the definition, or I can break down the definition of a 304 woman or a girl. I mean, if you're ready, Slocky. Hey, Sloan of course, anybody else on call? Yeah, about Shema Shah. What's going with you, war? Yeah, call you out to wall too. I was just saying, like, my top of the day is, man, you know, these 304 are some decent women, man. They need to be the brotherly or sister to them, just like we gotta be brotherly to each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? You have more high in Christ. So like we have these things that we have an internet, we have to be competing with each other. And that's why so-called separate have kept our people, get us out of the household, on crack and drugs, and being an alcoholic. They designed this for us. You know what I'm saying? From the after the Civil War. Yeah, the Civil War. You know what I'm saying? You got North fighting the South. They know they have, you know what I'm saying, they people gonna stick together. Even though they may have a disagreement or something, but at the long run, back then the factories with the so-called pressers, the Edomites, they used to make like $50 an hour doing minimum amount of work. What I had was down here in slavery, getting paid no money. You just get a lunch break. That's all you get, a lunch break. You get some free food. You know what I'm saying? You do wrong. It ain't this a modernized American system that can tell you to, all right, you get a write up or something like that. You get a mental or spiritual write up, spiritual punishment. That's the best way I'm saying it. A mental punishment. What it did to us back then. They want to have us feel like that because they have our women, they be the 304s to think that, you know what I'm saying, they gonna rule over us. This is why the system got put in place, because they read the Bible throughout Israel. To have us to have our young generations to have all these funny purple hair. You want to be a rapper, you want to be cool, you want to be accepted, you want to wear the skinny jeans and stuff like that. That's what a mother should be, a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American women. Mothers should not be doing to their so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian kids. Right. That's why we should not be mixed racing at all. Because, okay, I get the modern day times that you might have a light skinned kid, might have a white mom. He gonna say, I'm mixed race. Well, I'm mixed race. I'm mixed with that and this. Yeah, you have the physical DNA and the genetics, a little bit of both, but you the house of your father. Right. I mean, break that down in numbers too. Hold what you have. I'm gonna give 1 Corinthians 11 verse 3. Oh, I'm gonna give Zephaniah 2 and verse 1 for my intro to class.
Come on, sir. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. They gathered together, a nation not desired.
And y'all was saying about we need us nations of people, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. I mean, I get what you're saying about the TV and stuff like that. The so-called president wanted to gather ourselves together because you think all Negroes are dark, like the fake Israelite groups, some fake Israelite groups on television. They think that, okay, you don't have this dark skin color like me, we ain't the same race. Well, you see these movies like Black Panther and stuff like that. You had the so-called Hamites, the same people that enslaved us. They help get us sold, so so-called other nation money can have their place over here, where we know we are God's chosen people.
Right.
That's why the other nations have their little children look at TV and be like, whoa, that's cool, because I see LL Cool J, Tupac, you have these modern day Kanye West. You see these modern day modern day rappers come out here and, you know what I'm saying, they express ourselves. They think that we have the same skin color. You have the Black country community to have, you know what I'm saying, they have us that we are those same people that they put us to the slave ships. They beat us, they cause our captors. We gotta hold that later on for a kata. I don't know. You can say it for your Google. I might pull it myself. A kata. We gonna see what that means. What that means to our nation of people, so-called blacks and Spanish and Native American Indians. Borderlines. The water system. The horse getting whooped on our backs. Some other nation come in and shoot up the children of nation Israel school. Shoot them up. Oh, he had a mental disease. Well, otherwise, other that, you had a so-called Judite came up, and the other nations want to, and the token Judites wanted to think that was a mass shooting. This thing called mutual combat. We out here in our streets selling drugs to each other, trying to get by. We don't know no better. We think that we gotta live like Al Capone, all these famous rappers, stuff like that. We gotta think we're like, okay, I'm tired of living in the hood, stuff like that. Instead of, getting the Israelite School University packet of knowledge to, we have our food drives and prison drives. Make sure that we can have our own communities. Make sure we feed our own people. So we ain't gotta worry about our brothers and sisters, our Judites, our Ephraimites, our Ishmaelites, our Asherites, to be out here suffering on these streets,
Right.
throughout the hoods and the barrios, and throughout the borders. That's what we do. See, the other person want to be like, okay, we gave you a program for the Native Americans. I forgot that program because they enslave you. They put you in their program. Oh, indoctrinate you.
Right.
They want you to. They want Native Americans and blacks to dress like them.
Right.
Talk like them. They think that you have a better education, a better life. And the problem is that they gave these power to the 304s, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian women. They didn't give a power over us. And the Lord already have it right here in stone. That we have, we have power over our women for righteousness. Make sure, once we in righteousness, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian man, all the other nations gonna be under. They're gonna be glad and rejoice. Because they are trying to be like us now, trying to rap like us, talk like us. They have it. They women trying to be like us. What is the BBLs? With the BBLs, they walking around. I see all nation women walking around with the BBLs. You know what? I was going through a hard time. Something happened on the weekend. Before you get that scripture, young man. Sloppy. Trooper unlocked. I dropped in the Uber car going to the train station. I saw a woman, I thought she, a nice woman, she got the nice thighs and nice hips. We ain't homosexual over here. In the Israelite School University packet of knowledge. I know IRC might get offended for that. They get offended for the women, for us saying that, we like women with the nice thighs.
Right.
Dark skin with the nice thighs. You see what happened, y'all already know. Ain't nothing new. Now, and I get off now with the work. I had to look at my Uber app to see the stars. I saw her name. She kind of, as an Ethiopian name, she got kind of the she was like trying to be too certain. I saw the way how she looked. Kind of like a sister because she light skin. Cause you have the Ethiopians who were born and raised here and eat what we eat and stuff like that. They think they gonna have the certain kind of body shape, certain features. Cause you got a way of makeup, hairs and weaves. they ain't gonna talk like they grandmothers and grandfathers. They ain't gonna talk like that. They're gonna talk like us. They grew up. They want to intermingle with us.
Right.
I don't know. She might be a Judite dad. Maybe had an Ethiopian mother. I saw some of the social traits of the Judites, and I saw the physical traits of the Ethiopians. So I don't know about that. But give me that scripture. I had four.
Couple counts for it. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3.
Con, yep, all right.
Couple counts for it. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
They were the order the Most High gave us, cause though I seen some videos, Andrew Tate or stuff like that, and I believe in all these Judites. Now they said the Lord is first in that order of the tree, and you had Christ, Yahushua Mashiach, the greatest man walked on earth, and you had the woman. Now that order was to have it established for a reason. Though on my topic is, you know what I'm saying, you got to know how to be brotherly to another brother, as a sister got to love one to another.
Right.
And the part was that that's why a man value and a woman value is different. I don't know some of y'all nerds or dorks watching this. You have a timeline. You have a Zelda timeline. It was originally supposed to be the band, supposed to be the breadwinner and heroes, and supposed to be the woman to help support. Oh, Legend of Zelda. We had Link as the hero, and we had Princess Zelda as the woman, help support Link. Oh yeah, you have another thing. You had Super Mario Bros. You had Mario and Luigi being the head, and you had Princess Toadstool and Princess Daisy. You know, Princess Toadstool, you know, yes, play Super Nintendo games or not. And Princess Daisy, that's her sister. And you had the little toads, you know what I'm saying, under that to help support the future. That we originally had. But now you had the feminist movement. They weren't trying to switch it around like the woman supposed to be ahead because of they gave the person gave our women give her jobs before us, let her know we ain't crap, black men, Judites, Ephraimites. Oh, Slow, you got somebody got something to say? Young man Desmond, I got you. Salam Yahweh Shem Shabakatah. I am continue on. Now, they tried to what it was, the LBGTQ and feminism. They're trying to switch the timeline that women gonna have it easy because of the days of society. Our men value women because how they look like before they hit 18 throughout middle school. Oh yeah, the book of Isaiah, what it was, 3:16, how the order got reversed. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I should have put it in my notes. The book of Isaiah 3:16. They had the roles of reverse to make sure that the other nations you know what I'm saying, the nation of Esau, make sure they're trying to rule over the nation of Jacob. They're trying to put that system to that day, and they use the woman for it, just like the serpent used Eve in the garden. I might talk about that next week. How you get used. That's another brotherhood class. How you get used. And let me see Isaiah 3:16 before we start. And right now we have a great confusion between the new generation and the old generation. It's a bad confusion because of the way we were growing up, the old generation with Hadars, Trooper, Alok, myself, what it was, Officer Yoram, you had generals. See, these are generations that we was taught how to be a man. We taught. Okay, we all, in my generation, your generation, we all play video games and stuff, right? You play Super Nintendo, say this, guess what? Our dad had made us go outside, know how to be a man. You better know how to play tackle football, sideline bus on the concrete, play sideline bus. You know what I'm saying? We had to, play it safe because, we had to be healthy and stuff like that. Make sure you get no injuries, but we might play touch on the concrete, but when you try to run to that sideline in that grass, you get busted straight to the grass. That was taught. That's how men usually be mad, strong and masculine. Right. That's why we had all these crazy crime rates, and we had all these women trying to beat up men. Somehow they can beat up men because of the so-called oppressor had put the Isaiah, let's see, 3:12, 3:16 on us, on the newer generation. They put it on us. Oh, there it is, Isaiah 3:12. Yep, I got it. Slow. Trooper Halak. Isaiah 3:12. This is what happening. That's why you see all these so-called 3 or 4 women being charged, because they can have a nice behind. They have a ridiculous body shape. That's why they can have better jobs over us, have better lifestyle over us, because we ain't following these law, statutes, commandments. Yeah, you got that?
Come for it. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. And as for my people, children are their oppressors.
All right, I'm gonna break this down real quick. The reason our children are oppressors, y'all was saying, because you had these young generations, you had these who is Jake and Logan Pauls being very childish and stuff like that. We're on call purple hair. They talk about they're gonna be rappers, they can be influencers and stuff like that. You have a lot of childish internet locals that be on the internet that just be there for laughter and games, called local, because of the milk they drink. They have, the children listen to this stuff all the time. And I'm not saying, the Tate Bros or Thomas Sawyer, they ain't bad what they saying, but if you had Andrew Tate saying the right stuff to you, and you have Thomas Sawyer saying something to you, blacks and Hispanics, the kids want to. The kids want to look up to them, but the thing is, the so-called oppressors, they want to open up a stream or something like that called OnlyFans, and you have these women They may be 18 or age, 17, some states. Also, you may have underage girls doing that saying that they're 18. That stuff never be questioned about the women be on OnlyFans doing the stuff they do. I never subscribe to them and watch it, so I can tell. But you know, Chuba Locke or also Marco Locke, young man Desmond probably could tell me that, but I don't know. Do you know? I, I ain't no say I ain't trying to get this channel getting blocked. Though I say I never know, I never saw it. You never saw Pasha Kaya or some slave name on that, never subscribed to it, so I don't got to worry about on that part. And the society thinking that that's okay, that's cool, because they raise around single women, because single women are the 3 or 4 women. They grow up, they have a daughter. They saw a daughter be the younger version of themselves. They want to compete with their daughters. Man, I work at a public school, Atlanta public school all the time. See, do lunchtime. See the girls come through first. High school girls, then the middle school girls. They be wild and crazy. You had the teachers out there and stuff like that. They want to dress in the tight clothes, trying to peep the little young girls and stuff like that. They talk and act how they want to act. They be beating, bah. They be saying to the teachers, they trying to compete with that. I'm like, this what the so-called president did to us.
Right.
That's why we gotta gather ourselves together. All nation not desire. Go ahead.
Salaki, you're making very good points. And if I could, especially with going back to going with the title, with the you understand with the subject of tonight's class, on how the brothers need to be brothers, like the sisters need to love one another. You understand? Everything that you've been saying, to sum it up, a lot of what our brothers are missing, you understand, along with our sisters, especially with the things that you've been mentioning with the sisters, you understand, the way that they've been dressing, you understand, their attitudes, even how they think how they can make a living online. You understand? Like what can sum that up that our sisters need as well as our brothers? You understand? They need correction.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They're not getting that in the Christian church. The Christian church is not going to correct them. The Christian church is going to make them feel good about their behaviors. You understand? The Christian church is not going to tell them necessarily, it's not even going to tell them that they're wrong. You understand? The Christian church will make them feel good in their circumstance. You understand? Like, just take for instance how we see on TV, right? And you'll have like the Maury shows, the old Jerry Springer. Just recently, understand? Like now we have these new paternity court shows. You understand? Right? And there was one in particular where there was a paternity court, and you had this woman, and then you had her mother that was supporting her, and the mother was old school, but she was just so loud with it, so loud and angry with it, and that was projecting on the daughter, and the daughter was doing the same thing. You understand? And then you had the brother on the other side who was fighting against them, right? Fighting against them and trying to say, well, I'm not sure this baby's mine. You keep doing this. You've had this kind of attitude. You've been under these kind of circumstances. You understand? Like, I don't think the baby is not mine. And guess what? They did the test. And it proved that the baby was not that brother. Right? The baby did not belong to that man. And and the daughter just cried because she was so embarrassed. But you know what that mother did? That mother said, "It's okay. It's okay because you're still my baby. You're still my baby." You understand? She didn't condemn her. She didn't say, you know what, you were wrong for this. You need to apologize to that man for telling him, for trying to make him believe that he was the father. She didn't do none of that. There was no accountability.
Right.
No accountability. You understand? All she could say was, it's okay because you're still my baby. There was no correction whatsoever. You understand? If I could get a scripture real quick for the class, or a couple at least. Halak, if you could, let's start off with Baruch. Let's do a few scriptures if I could. Nafaris, if you don't mind.
Come, go ahead. Come.
You've been bringing out some very good points. Real good points. If we could, let's start off with Baruch. Baruch, you understand? Chapter 4, verse 1, then we'll drop down to verse 6.
Come, Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever.
That's right.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Okay, so how we just said we want to use this scripture here, you understand, because it's for correction. This is some of the things that is encompassed within brotherhood. You understand? We are being a brother to a brother, just like we are. The ISBK is saying that the sisters need to be sisters to each other. They need to love one another. How you can give love, you understand, is by correcting.
Right.
You can correct one another. You understand? For instance, like before I came over to class, I had to correct my son's behavior. You understand? My son hasn't been doing so well in his class. Right? And so I had to get onto him. And he was saying, he's going off and he's like, oh man, you know what, my life is over, this, and the third. No, your life is not over. You don't need to say those things. Don't put that kind of stuff in your head. And if I did not love you, I would not correct this behavior. You understand? If I didn't love you, I would just let you slip. But because I love you, I have my expectations for you. I see your potential. I know what you're capable of.
Right.
You understand? And so I want you to do better. I want you to do more, not less than. You understand? That's what the church is going to do. The church is not going to correct the behavior. Church does not have real brotherhood and sisterhood like the ISUPK.
Right.
Visualize School Universal Practical Knowledge. It's not a one way. It's not 100 Twist Street, all New York under Command Junior Hunter. You understand? Now, let's get I was going to say let's go down to verse 6, but if we could, Halak, can we go to Proverbs, one of my favorite books, understand? Book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23. We just want to bring out a few more scriptures because Officer Parson has been bringing out very good and heavy information. You understand? Very good. And like we said, like this is brotherhood. This is some of the brotherhood that we need.
Right.
Our people need to be corrected. They need to be corrected. They need to have that brotherhood. What's another word for brotherhood? Tough love.
Right.
Tough love. You understand? Like our brothers are not getting that. They're not getting that tough love, but instead they're being coddled. You understand? They're being coddled. Our little girls are just being coddled. Their behavior is not being corrected, and because of that, they grow up to be monsters.
Right.
They grow up to be monsters. You understand? If I could, I'm the part just real quick.
You go ahead.
You understand? Like, look at Keke Palmer. Look at Keke Palmer and her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Now, her husband tried to correct that.
Right.
He tried to correct it, but because the way that Keke Palmer has been growing up, you understand? The way she's been growing up is very hard to retrain her.
Yeah.
And so now she's thinking that my man, he's just jealous of me. Go ahead, no sweat. He's just jealous of me. No sweat. Let me get up here real quick. Right? We have to correct our people's behavior, all right? So if we could, let's go to the book of Proverbs. Understand chapter 6, verse 23, real quick, if we could.
Come for the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 23. Mm-hmm. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. And the reproofs of instructions.
Hold on, the reproof of what?
And reproofs of instruction.
That's right, reproof. The reproof of instructions are the way of life.
Understand?
the reproof. If we could real quick, I love definitions. Officer Parks, if you don't mind, let's look at that word real quick. Reproof. Let's look that up. You understand? Because this is some of the things that we need when it comes to brotherhood. You understand? Like we said, the correction, the tough love. You understand? Like that reality check. Letting our people know what's really good. You understand? We can't have our people walking around blind.
Right.
You understand why? Because we love them. I love my brother. I love my sister. You understand? And I want my brother to not only love me, but I want my brother to love his brother. You understand?
Right.
I want my sister to love her sister. You understand? And we can do that through tough love. Okay, so can we look at that word real quick? What is that word, reproof?
Sir, this is the definition for the word reproof. According to the Webster's dictionary. Reproof. A reproving, rebuke. That's all I have, sir.
Okay, hold on. I couldn't really hear you good. So if you don't mind, let me look it up real quick as well.
Come on.
Okay, now reproof. What did you have again? Try me again, Salakia.
Adawan. This is the definition for the word reproof, according to the Webster's. According to the Webster's. Reproof. A reproving, rebuke.
Did you? Okay, I think you said rebuke.
Come on, sir.
Exactly. That's a very good word for that. To rebuke. You understand? An expression of censure or rebuke. You understand? Like that's what our people need sometimes.
Right.
All right. Rebuke. We have to. Sometimes we're going to have to go against some of these behaviors.
Yeah.
We got to go against some of these behaviors. You understand? Like, take for instance, when we're out there on the streets and we're doing our street speakings and we're telling our brothers, you don't have to sell drugs anymore. Brother, stop selling drugs. Stop selling drugs to your brother. Guess what? We are rebuking that behavior and trying to reproof that brother.
Right.
You understand? When we're telling the sisters, you don't have to dance on the pole anymore.
Right.
You don't have to do that. And sisters, matter of fact, you don't have to teach the other sisters that they have to do that as well.
That's right.
Right? We're telling our sisters that you are very valuable outside of your box.
That's
You're
right.
very valuable. You understand? And the men of ISUPK are telling the women how they can be valuable. They're telling them how they are valuable. You understand? But unfortunately, it's kind of tough for them to hear. It's kind of tough for them to hear. You understand? Just how we said we gave the example with Keke Palmer. If I could, just real quick, sidebar. I was having a discussion with a sister on my slave, right? And I asked her, I said, what do you think about the Keke Palmer situation? Instantly, she said, oh, and she started bouncing. Oh, he was just jealous.
Right.
He was just jealous. Keke Palmer just had a baby. She's feeling good about herself. Why would the man be jealous? Why would he have to be jealous? He said, why? Because she's getting all this attention. No, that's not the problem. It's good for a woman to get attention, but of course you need to have the right kind of attention.
That's right.
Right kind of attention. Now, what kind of attention is Keke Palmer getting? She's getting attention because of her rump.
Right.
Of her rump, and not for her acting career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so now, as I had the discussion with the young sister, she wanted to go off and say, that comparing her to Keke Palmer, right? She was saying that she was married, that she was not married. You understand? Even though now she has a child with a man that she lives with, and she also lives with and shares a bed with and a house with.
Right.
But she's not married. And I said, okay, you know what? And I kind of pulled a General Hyman card. You understand? If you remember how General Hyman gave a scenario for Chris Rock when it came to Will Smith, right? And so I asked the sister just real quick. forgive me for being long, but ask the sister, okay, fine. Well, if you're not married because you don't have a ring on your finger, then how about you and me, you understand, go to a hotel room and have a little more of a discussion about this? Just me and you. Then all of a sudden she got nervous. Said, oh, no. It's not like that. I'm not trying to do that. Well, why not? Because in your head, you know you are married.
Right.
You know you are married. You understand? And that's what the ISUPK is trying to do. Trying to reproof our brothers and our sisters. You understand? And
That's
right
right.
now, it's going to be tough. It's not going to be an easy fight. But this is what we're here for. Trying to teach our brothers to be brothers to one another. And teaching our sisters to love one another. You understand? By giving them reality checks. You understand? Telling them what's real.
Right.
Don't let your brother or your sister be in the get caught up in the illusion or the delusion of life. You understand? Like we're not here for that. We're not here for that, okay?
Right.
And let's see if I could just one more. I'll give back. I'm sorry. Salaki. Right? Let's look into Psalms. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's go in Psalms. All right. Let's go to Psalms 101.
Come on, sir.
Psalms 101. Okay.
Come on. 101 and verse.
Let's see. Let's start off. Let's start off with verse 2, actually. Start off with verse 2.
Come on, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 101 and verse 2. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way.
Okay. Now, I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way. So now this is King David speaking, right? And now here he is to a degree correcting himself. You understand? He's making sure that he stays in line. Okay, so read that again.
Come on. I will behave myself wisely.
Okay, stay right there. Hold on. I will behave wisely. I will behave wisely. I'm going to make sure that I got my stuff together. Right? I'm going to make sure I got my stuff together. Okay? And then what? And behave wisely in a
perfect way.
In a perfect way. I'm going to behave wisely in a perfect way, making sure I got myself together. Okay? Because I got a job to do as a brother.
Right.
I got a job to do as a brother, okay? Before I go out there telling other brothers, brother, stop selling dope. Brother, stop trying to sleep with your friend's wife.
Right.
Right? Something that's simple. Something that's very simple. But before I go telling the brother that, I gotta make sure I'm not doing it.
Come on.
I gotta make sure I'm not doing it. You understand?
That's right.
Okay? And I'll keep going.
Come on, sir. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way.
That's right.
O when wilt thou come unto me?
Uh-huh.
I will walk within the house with a perfect heart.
That's right. I'm gonna walk within this house with a perfect heart. I'm gonna do my best to have it together.
That's right.
Have it together as a brother. Right? Because also, wow, other brothers are watching us.
Yeah.
Other brothers are watching us, you understand?
Come.
Paying attention. Okay? All right. Let's keep going.
Come, sir. Verse 3. I will set no wicked thing before mine eyes.
Uh-huh. Okay, so now again, being a brother, okay, make sure I got my stuff together. I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. I'm not going to put myself in a bad position.
Right.
I'm not going to put myself in the wrong position. You understand? Right. So now, let's say as a brother, like I had a certain weakness, right? Let's say, you know what? Let's say like I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm a recovering alcoholic, right? So now I'm not gonna put if I'm still recovering from alcoholism, I'm not gonna go visiting bars,
Right.
right? I'm not gonna go visiting bars. Like I'm not gonna put myself in that kind of position, right? Keep going.
Khan, I hate the work of them that turn aside.
Hmm.
It shall not cleave to me.
I hate the work of them that turn aside. It will not cleave to me. Hey, these bad things, I gotta get rid of them. Gotta get rid of them. You understand? This is some of the tough love that we need. Just some of the tough love we need. Somebody said Salakia? I'm sorry, young man who? Young man Canaan. Okay. Most High in Christ. Good to hear from you, brother. All right. Absolutely. Okay, we'll be speaking real soon. All right. Most High in Christ. So now, let's keep going. But now let's drop down to verse 5. Let's drop down to verse 5.
Khan, sir. Verse 5. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off.
Okay, hold on right there. Right there. Okay, so now, title of the class. Brothers need to be brothers, like sisters need to be sisters, or sisters need to love one another.
Right.
Right? Okay, cool. So now let's take it. Let's take this one like real slow, right? Okay, now read for me again, Halak.
Khan, sir. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor.
Okay, real quick. Now you know I love definitions. Let's look up slander. Either slandereth or slander. Let's look up slander. That's the root word of that.
Khan, sir. Salakia Adawan.
Uh-huh.
If I may, Adawan,
Yes.
this is the definition for the word slander, according to the Webster. Slander, the utterance of a falsehood that damages another's reputation.
Uh-huh. To damage a reputation. Okay, what else?
That would be all, sir.
Okay, no sweat. Now here, this is something that I got. And I always like to use, for some reason, dictionary.com, right? So now I have a malicious, false, and defamatory statement or report. Right? So now that goes back with the scripture about how what now? That will not bear false witness, right? Okay, so now that we know the definition of slander, right? Doing a defamatory, false report. Read that verse again.
Sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 101 and verse 5. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor.
Okay, so now to privately slandereth your neighbor, to slandereth your brother. You understand? To
Right.
talk down on them, trying to ruin their reputation.
Right.
You understand? A false report. Now, as a brother, and I'm doing that about another brother because I don't like how he moves. You understand? I'm not bringing it to him. Hey, brother, maybe perhaps you can work on this.
Right.
But instead, I'm just going to talk down on him to other brothers and make him look like a fool.
Right.
Right? Now, and now with the topic of the class, am I being a brother to that brother?
Salakia Adawan.
Go ahead.
No.
Absolutely. And see now when Officer the Apostle was bringing out, you understand, about with the sisters, this especially happens with the sisters. You understand? This especially happens with the sisters. How the sisters just want to tear down each other, like it's a competition.
Right.
Okay? Like Halak, we're from a similar school. If you remember the sister from In Living Color, you understand?
Mhm.
Who was always he was on the stoop or in the window, right? Talking about people all the time. Had the 411, had all the secrets, all the information.
Right.
And what she said was it, but she ain't heard it from me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is what happens with the sisters. It happens with the sisters, right? And now the sisters are in competition. And in competition for what? A lot of times they're in competition for the same man,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so now they want to talk down about each other, spread rumors, lies. You know what I'm saying? I know my rib has a famous line in the house. She says, "Lies and deceit,
Right.
lies and deceit." You understand? This is what happens in our community, and this is why when Austin Parks brought out his trademark scripture, you understand, in Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourselves together. This is why we can't do it.
Right.
It's hard to do it. We can't gather ourselves together, right? Because we're slandering one another.
Slacky one.
Go ahead, brother.
Backbiting and gossiping.
Absolutely, I love those words. Backbiting and gossiping. You understand? Like the old, like you're from the old school. The old school is like, if you ain't got nothing good to say,
Don't say nothing at all.
don't say nothing at all. You understand? And guess what? That right there was tough love. That was the correction. That was the correction. You understand? Like if you didn't have nothing good to say, hey man, keep that thing to yourself, man.
Right.
Keep it to yourself, because more than likely it's no good. It's useless.
Right.
You understand? I mean, and granted, we're not associated with these people. You understand? But it reminds me of a line that come from the Nation of Islam. Either you build or you destroy. Right?
Come on.
But now, guess who they got that from? They got that from our book.
Right.
You understand? They got it from our book. Either you build or destroy. How can we build? We don't slander one another. How do we destroy? You slander one another.
Slacky one.
Go ahead.
If I may, I believe the scripture goes, a wise woman buildeth her house.
Absolutely. That's right.
But a foolish woman tears it down.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. That's the tough love that we're talking about. That's the tough love that we're talking about. You understand? Like, hey, we need to stop doing this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How Austin the Apostle was bringing out. You understand? The brothers need to be brothers to one another. Like, brother, you're not being a brother to another brother if you want to sell dope to him. That's not being a brother. You're not being a brother if you take his woman off his hands. You understand? And you be like, well, hey, she chose me. No. Now, granted, you can talk to that brother. Hey, brother, man, you need to check your lady, because she moving kind of weird. She ain't moving right. You need to check that. But now what happens if you don't? He's gonna make your brother look like a fool. Now he's weak. Understand?
Right. Slacky.
This is what's happening.
Right.
What's happening?
No sweat. That's the 18 you just said.
Huh?
Oh, like that's the
Ooh, hold that. Understand? Like this is what happens to us. And you know who also is behind the scenes? The oppressor.
Come.
The oppressor is behind this. You understand? Because this is what he wants us to do. He wants us to talk down on each other. You understand? I just saw a video recently, right? On how rappers get paid extra money. They get paid extra money, you understand, for certain lyrics. You understand? I had an idea, you understand, that rappers would get paid more, you understand, like when they were advertised. You know, we always hear about the Grey Goose, the Patron,
Right.
and whatnot. You understand? like the Ace of Spades. You know, when you start really advertising, yeah, I expect y'all to get paid more. But did you know that brothers will get paid extra to talk about how they would rob and kill their own brother?
Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah, they get paid extra. They make commission off that, and they just trying to get the bag. So now they will put down their brother for the bag. Now is that brotherhood?
No, sir.
And all right, but guess who's teaching that?
The oppressed.
Yes, that's right, the devil. That's right, very good job. Get a brother a hand for that.
Come.
Right, good answer. The devil is teaching our brothers that. The devil is teaching our sisters to be divided. You understand? He's the one who does the divide and conquer. You
Right.
understand?
That's right.
All right. Okay. So now let's stay back in Psalms 101. Hold on. Officer Napash, if you could, I'll just go ahead if you don't mind. I'll just go ahead and take the class if you don't mind. I know you had a lot of good stuff to bring out.
Okay.
You were doing. If you don't mind if I go ahead and take the rest of the class, and I'll give it back to you in a little bit.
Fine. 30 minutes ahead.
No sweat. I got you. I'll bring you in. Hold on, give me some more. Okay. So so now we're in Psalms 101. Let's see where we at. Verse 5.
Come, sir.
Okay, read that again.
Come. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off.
Him will I cut off. This is King David. This is King David, a man after the Most High's own heart.
Right.
You understand? Hey man, if I got gossiping people around me, I don't want that around me.
Right.
I'm around here. I'm gonna cut it off. Cut it off. You understand? But again, like tearing down each other, that is a plague. That is a virus that runs rampant in our community.
Right.
You understand? King David is telling you how to get rid of it. Hey man, cut that thing off, man. And if you have to cut those people off, guess what? That's tough love. That's tough love. That's correction. And above all else, that is brotherhood.
That's right.
All right? Because now guess what? You're teaching those people as well. Hey man, how come we can't hang tight no more? Brother man, you always talking about these people.
Right.
And you I see you shake hands with them. I see you sit at the table. You understand? But then when they leave,
right,
you be talking greasy, man. You talk real greasy. And I had to believe you might be doing the same thing to me.
Come.
Now what am I gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna remove all that. I'm gonna remove it out of my life, man. I'm cutting it off, just like King David said.
That's right.
All right. Give me 1 second, real quick. Also the Posh. Let me call. Are you on the conference call? Did you hang it up? You did? No sweat, I get it. Since I'm right here by the microphone. All right.
Joining meeting now.
All right, so like, we're back on with the conference call. Okay, Trooper Halak. Whoa. All right, let's continue on in Psalms 101 real quick.
Come, sir. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off.
All right, keep going.
Him that hath an high look and a proud heart will not I suffer.
Will not I suffer. So the people who want to have that proud look about them, they have that arrogance, proud heart, the high look. The high look. If you have a high look, what is it? You're always looking down on people. You look down on people. You understand? That's what the church does. When the church wants to, because believe it or not, the church has food programs. They give food to the homeless, but they look down on them. They don't talk to them like they're regular people. You understand? But now the ISUPK, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're out in the streets. We're giving out the food. We're giving out clothes, shoes, water. Understand? We break bread with these people. We break bread with our people. We shake hands. We tell stories. We listen.
Come.
We even take requests. Hey, brothers, sisters, what do you need?
Come on,
So that we
come.
can work on it so we can work on it for the next time. You understand? We don't have that high look when it comes to our people. You understand? We don't have that proud heart either. You understand? I remember Officer Cassiad was out giving out clothes and food to the homeless, and they ran out of shirts. Ran out of shirts. You understand? And like there was one brother said, "Man, I ain't got nothing, man." He said, "Man, but that's a real nice sweatshirt that you got. Real nice shirt you got, man. I wish I had one like that." Officer Cassiad took that shirt off his back and handed it to that brother. You understand? Right. He handed it to that brother. He wasn't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Because why? He didn't have the high look. He didn't have the high look. You understand? And he didn't have that proud heart.
Come.
Because here's something else. When you don't have that high look, that proud heart, you understand? You don't have that because in the back of your mind, that could be you.
That's right.
That could be you. You understand?
God.
It could be you one day. And so now, how would you feel if that was you? You understand? I know the old school says to put yourself in their shoes. You understand? You can't have that high look and that proud heart, man. And that's not brotherhood.
Right. Okay.
You
Come.
understand how Officer Napar said that's not being a brother to your brother or a sister loving one another. You understand? Right?
Come, sir.
Okay, so now if we could, let's look at verse 5 as well. I mean, excuse me, we just did verse 5. Let's go to verse 7.
Come. Verse 7.
Hmm?
He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house.
Ooh-wee. He that worketh deceit, lies and deceits,
Lies and deceit.
not dwell in my house. You're not going to dwell in my house. You understand? Like some of the lies and deceit that dwell in our house. You understand? Within our community. You understand? Is the molestation of our little girls. You know what I mean? The molestation of our little boys. The story would be that saying that there's this uncle that people know about. And you don't want to keep him around your kids, but you don't say anything.
Right.
You don't say anything. What do? You sweep it under the rug. You understand? You still want to have that image. You understand? And guess what? That is a lie that produces a generational curse.
Come, God.
Understand? Read it again.
Come on, sir. He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house.
He that worketh deceit shall not dwell in my house. Sisters, when your daughter is telling you that your boyfriend is acting weird around her and doing things, listen to her.
Yeah.
Listen to her, because it is a cry for help.
Come.
Cry for help, you understand? But how our Officer in the Parts, he brought out a very heavy point. You understand how the sisters don't want to love one another, but instead they'll be in competition.
Right.
They'll be in competition. So now what's the mother doing? The mother's in competition with her own daughter. With her own daughter, you understand? Because she's just so lonely and so bitter by
Right.
other men that dogged her, all the other men that she picked. And she's mad. She's mad at the world. She's mad at her daughter. You understand? And then she finds another dude that she picked that abuses her. And then abuses her daughter. And guess what? Guess what she does? She lies to herself. lies to herself that this is not happening, that this does not exist. And whatever that little girl says, she's just being fast. And she's just trying to get my man. She's just trying to get our money. You understand? She gets upset. You know what I gotta do to keep this house? It's not worth it. Holding on to the lie is not worth it. You understand? That's the tough love. That is the tough love that the ISUPK is giving out to blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Understand? Okay? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight.
He that tarry lies shall not tarry in my sight. You can't sit around here. You can't sit around here, you understand? For the fathers that have the sons, and you know that your son is stealing, and guess what that father says, hey man, you gotta get up out of here. You can't do that, man. You can't be acting like this. You're trying to be too grown, man. No. That correction, that's what we need. That's what we need, you understand? Because again, the church is not doing it. The church is not doing it. If you drive in whatever major city you're in, and you drive down the block, you will see at least four churches within a 5-mile radius.
It's like
Four churches.
That's right.
And now you would think if you have so many churches in a community, so many churches on the block, you understand, that preach love, love, love. God is love, love, love. Forgive, forgive, forgive. You would think that there would be less crime on the earth. You would think that blacks would not hate each other. You would think that Latino brothers wouldn't be fighting against each other. You understand? You would think that there would not be gang wars. You
Right.
would have to worry about the Bloods, the Crips, Vice Lords, GDs, Latin Kings, MS-13. You wouldn't have to worry about that, right? If there's so much love, right? Guess what? All that talk about love, love, love is an absolute lie. It's an absolute lie. You understand? Guess what? It causes confusion.
Right.
Causes confusion. That's what the ISBK is here for the reality check. You understand? You hear our name, the Israelite School of Universal Practical, not magical, not mystical, but practical knowledge. Practical knowledge. You understand? And we give out the truth. We say we're the home of the truth.
That's right.
You understand? Home of the truth. So now you don't have to worry about any lies. You don't have to worry about any lies. You understand? And we debunk the lies as well. The lies when it comes to Christianity, even the lies in your own house. We're going to debunk them. You understand? Read that part again.
Come on, sir. He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight.
That's right. You that tell lies, you're not going to sit in my sight. You understand? That's why we go against the Christian church so strong. Because the Christian church is nothing but lies. The Christian church will tell you, come as you are. God will accept you. The Christian church will tell you that God loves this. He hates the sin, but he loves the sinner. That's why we have so many people that are caught up in the delusion and illusion of living an alternative lifestyle. You understand? And people don't realize that. They don't realize that trying to live that alternative lifestyle is not good for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And here's something else. When it comes to people living an alternative lifestyle, right? They're so focused on, well, at least not slacking, not the focus, right? But now, their campaign, right, is to what? Be included, to be accepted. and to get protection, right? So that they can be free. They can be spiritually liberated, right? Does everybody kind of agree with that?
Come.
Right? Cool. So now, just remember that. Just remember that premise, right? So now, I have a couple of people, you understand, who subscribe to live an alternative lifestyle, right? And this particular incident just happened recently on my slavery, right? Where an Edomite made fun of a brother who has has sweet ways and such. And he just made a quick joke. He didn't say anything that was slanderous. He didn't use any kind of slur. He just said, "Oh man, keep that mask on. Nobody wants to see that mug." And that was it. That was it. And guess what? Nobody laughed. Nobody laughed. They weren't worried about it. Okay. He's the break room so-called comedian and whatnot. He wants to be the comic relief. But yeah, do you know what that brother who lives an alternative lifestyle? He just got completely in his feelings and said, "Oh no, I am not in the mood today." He want to laugh and joke. You know what? I'm gonna go to HR and I'm gonna get him out of here. See, now they're talking about being protected and being liberated, but really they are bullies. They're bullies. Just like when you read the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, all those flamboyant men throughout the city were absolute bullies.
Right.
And they want everybody to be like them. And if you weren't like them, they were going to kill you and make you submit.
Right.
By any means and every means necessary. You understand? And guess what? That's what the alphabet universe is doing now.
Come.
That's what they're doing now. Guess what? He that telleth lies is not going to tarry in this house. We're not going to fall for those lies.
Damn right.
Not going to fall for those lies. You understand? Because we're debunking those. We're debunking those. You understand? Through brotherhood, through correction and tough love.
It's like the other one.
Go ahead.
That's what's in the 2 mile radius. And you were a little generous the 2 miles, because I was going to say 2 blocks, but
Hold on. Okay, so you cut it down. You didn't say a 4 mile radius. You said within a 2 mile radius.
no, I was going to say, I said you were a little generous, because I was going to say within a 2 block radius you can find anywhere from
Wow.
2 to 4, if not more. Churches, and especially in our communities, and all the church of lies.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And because there's no sound doctrine there, there's nothing to overflow in spiritual communities.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Just lies and just a house of lies and deceit.
Absolutely, house of lies and deceit. You understand?
Come.
And like that's what we're saying. That's the real spirit. You understand? Of living an alternative lifestyle, and we're trying to debunk that with the spirit of brotherhood. You understand? Because the spirit of brotherhood is showing love, and but remember, love is an action. Love is an action. We're not just going to say, "I love you, I love you, I love you." Anybody can say that. You understand? But everybody's not going to put in the work to do it. Everybody's not going to take action. You understand? When the time comes. All right? That's what we're trying to do. And because just let me get one more scripture, and I will be out your way, Officer Napash. You know what I'm saying? I thank you. I thank you for, giving me some time for this. You know what I'm saying? Because, the thing, you were bringing out real heavy points, man. Real heavy points.
Come.
All right. And if I could, let's go to Proverbs 27 and 17.
Come, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 17. And it reads, iron sharpeneth iron.
Okay, so iron sharpeneth iron. All right. So now think of this verse like a blacksmith. Think of it like a blacksmith. Okay. When you see like the videos, the movies, TV shows of a blacksmith, he is making a sword. He's making a sword, right? But now, what is he using? He's using a hammer.
Right.
Using a hammer, right? Using a hammer, and he is fine tuning it. He's fine tuning in order to make that hammer real, that sword real sharp. He has to get, you understand, the blemishes out.
Come on.
He has to get the blemishes out, and then after he hammers it for so long, then guess what? He's going to put it on another heavy tool. You understand? That's going to grind it down and make it real smooth. Take all the rough edges out. Get all the blemishes out. You understand? Now, guess what? That's very hard work. Very hard work. But iron sharpens iron. But now, guess what? That sword is going to be able to cut so smoothly, so nice. You understand? It's going to be a dangerous weapon. But it's going to take time to get there, though.
It's not that one.
Go ahead.
It's a process.
Thank you. Very good. It's a process. It's a process. Just for brothers, when you are training, you understand, when you learn how to fight, you could take on, for instance, Officer Cassiad. Officer Cassiad is very good at kickboxing. You understand? Very good at kickboxing, and he can tell you stories. You understand of he can tell you stories of the exercises that he had to do. He can tell you of the fights, the sparring fights that he went through, the scrimmages, if you will, to learn it and to get good at it, to get better, to what? Improve himself. You understand?
Come.
Just like when you see the boxers, they go through rigorous training, and they're always getting, you know what I'm saying, they have to do all kind of exercises, they have to do all kind of drills, and guess what? The coach is like the hardest man to beat.
Right.
He's the hardest man to beat mentally. He's right in their heads right now. Hey, you need to do this. You need to move here. Woo, woo, woo. Man, coach, man, I can't do it. I don't want to hear that. Just do it. And it's going to save you. It's going to help you, right?
Come.
Iron sharpens iron.
Come, sir.
Iron sharpens iron, right? Keep reading.
Come that one, come. So a man sharpened the countenance of his friend.
That's right. So the man sharpened the countenance of his friend. And saying, hey, we're boys, we are brothers.
Come.
We're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? But we can come out on top because you're my brother.
Come.
You're my brother. I got love for you. I want to see you shine.
Right.
I want to see you shine. You know what I'm saying? I want you to blow up. I want you doing good.
Right.
Just like you should want me to do good the same. You know same for the sisters.
That's right.
Same for the sisters. You understand? We ain't got to be in competition.
That's right.
It's like the sisters don't have to be in competition with one another. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to fight. You can learn how to share that man. You don't have to downplay her. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? That sister might be good at things that you're not good at, and it'll be all right. But guess what? You get together and you can improve. You can improve one another. You can tell the sisters can tell each other, "Hey, sweetheart, hey, you ain't got to wear them heels. You're gonna be hurting. You're gonna be hurting the next night." You understand? Hey, sis, you ain't got to put all that makeup on.
Right.
You gotta do all that. Sister, you put all that makeup, you look like a clown.
Right.
And I don't want people laughing at you.
Come.
I don't want to have to fight people. You understand?
Right.
You're going to have your arguments, but it's all right. As long as you do it with the spirit of brotherhood. You do it with the spirit of sisterhood. You understand? Be genuine. You understand? And we're going to get out of this oppression together, all right?
Come.
Old time Christ. Thank y'all for your time. You understand? I'm gonna give the class back to Priest and Officer Napash Kaya. Salam.
Also, point that's pretty heavy. I'm gonna bring out the last two scriptures since we have time. That some of everything that we're saying from Deuteronomy 28 verse 29. He brought the divorce court and stuff like that, and women think they don't need a man, and that's what us brothers need to do. You know what I'm saying, for each other. So make sure, you know, that the sister won't go astray. You know what I'm saying? We won't be put in a bad position, though. You won't be put in jail cells, killing each other, and the sister killing each other. Man, you have a lot of sisters being on OnlyFans. Let me get that with you real quick. Pull out a Bible. Yeah, they're saying it's a brotherhood class, so get that Deuteronomy 28 verse 29.
Come down for the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noon days, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
You know what we're talking about right here, verse 29. And that, you know, we walk around as blind, we thinking that, you know, we're gonna have all the ways of our oppressor, and y'all thinking that y'all go to the Christian church, y'all get the prosperity preachings of y'all preachers at the Christian church and stuff like that. And we ain't gonna never prosper in our ways because we ain't following the law, statutes, commandments. This is our book of Deuteronomy 28, the curses. Shall not prosper in our ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. See, long we follow these laws, statutes, commandments, once you heard everything you heard today, next week brotherhood class, you see all the prophecy stuff goes on, we gonna still be oppressed. It don't matter think that, okay, our women make a little bit more money than us, and you know, we think that if we had to live on the woman loans, we had to get out the household when the so-called oppressor gets in, we get oppressed, we get spoiled for even more. And no man shit ain't gonna save thee for that. You know, so-called your oppressors, your Asians, your Africans, your East Indians, they ain't gonna save you.
Right.
Long as the oppressor tell y'all women to y'all 304s, y'all women to keep us back from the expansionary American in the household, we can't save you either.
Right.
That's what we out here every week in the Israelite School Universe Practical Knowledge. We out here trying to save you.
Right.
We ain't out here trying to waste our time, stuff like that. I could be sitting at home on my PlayStation right now. Right. But guess what? I'm right here. Tell y'all so-called blacks and Spanish and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? Just follow the 1 Corinthians 11 verse 3. We'll make it. It'll be all right. I know it seemed hard at first, but it ain't about all your feelings. It's about what we got to do to follow the Lord, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, his son. And give me, you know what? I might say that for another time. Yeah, I'm going to say third for another time. I'll give me the last verse. Is how I close out brotherhood class. Give me Psalms 133 and 1. If you got it, troop up. Halak.
Psalms chapter 133 and verse. Was that one, sir?
133 verse 1.
Come down, sir. Psalms chapter 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Yes, this. So we go out here every Tuesday in brotherhood class for our brothers and sisters to be dwell in unity together. Just like we had the feast days. That's why we had to dwell ourselves together in unity. We had a Sabbath service every Saturday. That's why you see brothers and sisters right here. Young brothers, young sisters, young kids, teenagers, young adults. That's why, the Lord put us here to get ourselves in unity. That's why we ain't gonna no longer be suffering drugs, alcoholism, prostitution, being a 304 or being a 2 or whatever. With that, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jimmy Hunter. Now I'm going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer 500 Adalma.
ISUPK security announcements. We have the ISUPK start our 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. They need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must give permission from the head to speak to that brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, come from the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or the teacher. Priest fund, pre-offering for priests, not mandatory. What's the amount you'd like to give? Upcoming holy convocations is going to be the memorial blowing of the trumpets. You understand? Taking place Friday. You understand? September 15th. Save that date in your calendars, all right? And just as a reference, it's going to be coming from the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. Okay? Also, a reminder for any just remind all Akim Al-Quafa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. You understand? You can always check the calendar on the wall, right? And for any brother who wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and war scarves, all right? And if you can, try to remember to Google the address, you understand, to help build an algorithm for the school. And the address is 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur. All right, again, that is 3353 Glenwood Road in Decatur, Georgia. All right? With that, we'll pass the Slaki. We'll give a courteous salute to the teacher. Right. In Israel, I'm Aman Shabbat. I'm Barak. Yahweh Shem Yashar Brakatah. Right? What we just said in Hebrew, may the Most High bless you in the name of Christ. Yahweh, hands down. Give a courteous salute for the sisters online. Right? In Israel, about Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shabbat Al-Tan by Hashem Yahweh. And what we just said for the sisters online, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Yamata, hands down, class dismissed.
long you been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets. City ops,